just working with our company, you're going to get to work with a lot of bright individuals.
Everyone is open and ready to help you, and definitely big on advocating for making sure that you succeed and reach your potential.
Everyone's goal is the same, to make the best products that we can for our clients and make sure that it is everything and more that it could be.
What's kept me here? Our culture. We're genuinely a very great group of people. Everyone's just always willing to lend a hand.
When I have a suggestion or a concern and I voice it, leadership actually hears me.
As a consultancy, every person has a role and has something to bring to the table. There's just a lot of opportunities here if you're up for the challenge.
Jump on board, be part of the fun ride, because we're going places.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
You're good at making big announcements. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with a blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there it's just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Bertner Electric Incorporated provides professional commercial electrical contractor services to Indianapolis and surrounding communities. Locally owned and operated for over 30 years, our knowledge and experience make us the perfect choice for all your commercial electrical contractor needs. Contact us today.
Thanks to you. making a difference in the lives of our neighbors in need.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirits, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
Hey Indiana, let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt, it's not a game.
Insulting referees, it's not a game.
Threatening officials, it's not a game.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes, it's not a game.
Violent language in the stands, it's not a game.
Verbal abuse from the sideline, it's not a game.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot, it's not a game.
And good afternoon, everyone. We welcome you to Rose-Hulman as we are set for our big game on a Sunday afternoon, a matchup that is going to feature two teams battling for the top 6 spots in the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference. Today, it's Rose-Hulman against Anderson in the rubber match of the 3-game series. Today's game is brought to you in part by the Morales Group, building better futures one story at a time. Aspen Creek Grill. Why go anywhere else for delicious food? Burtner Electric, providing quality electrical services in central Indiana. Boilermaker Local 374. We're second to none in quality and performance. Passion to Care, beyond home care, where passion meets purpose. Clean Slate, inspired innovation that moves business forward. Piper Logistics, from warehousing to transportation and everything in between. The IndianaSRN sports page, wall-to-wall sports news every day. Check out IndianaSRN.org and click on the sports page tab. And the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference, home of the HCAC Baseball Championships coming up in May. Troy Dergowski, Keith Myers, big matchup today, Coach. Top 6 teams right now are not set in stone yet, but they're getting very close, and this game could move one of these two teams into the number 3 spot.
How about Hanover leading the conference at 12-2, Transy at 12-3, and then you got Anderson at 9-5, Rose-Hulman at 9-5, Mount St. Joseph at 9-5, and then Franklin at 7-8, and Manchester not out of this at 5-10. Those teams with 6 games left, great baseball left, and the great thing is we have 5 of those games on our network.
All right, when we come back in a couple of moments, the first pitch is coming up here from Rose-Hulman on RHIT.TV.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Indiana SRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
A good engineer, a good mathematician, a good scientist can identify problems.
But in order to be a great scientist or engineer, you've got to have curiosity and you've got to have creativity, and that's what's going to set you apart.
You can't teach curiosity. You just need to encourage your students to be curious. Curious in anything that they do. Curious so that it brings out the innovations, the new ideas.
575 of them from 40 states and 19 countries, with a record-breaking number of applications. Did you forget about Rose's outstanding class of 2023 and how 99% of the graduates have landed a position in their dream fields, graduate school, or the military?
The renovations to Munch Hall are finally complete, so I'm sure he'll have plenty to eat at the updated Munch Cafe by the new Living Mall.
We just broke ground on a new residence hall that will be ready for fall 2025.
We celebrated a record-breaking homecoming with more than 2,000 alumni, students, and friends commemorating the 100th anniversary of the bonfire with our first ever drone show. We also welcomed 267 employers for our fall career fair. And perhaps the greatest gift of all, the Wall Street Journal named us to one of the top 20 best colleges in America, and U.S. News & World Report named us the #1 undergraduate engineering college. You can be a little old for a lot of things, but you're never too old or too far away for Rose-Hulman. 2023 was a year of adventurous journeys, of coming together, of growth. No matter how far away you roam this holiday season, you will never be truly alone as long as Rose is your home.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Back here at Rose-Hulman, the left-hander going today for Rose-Hulman. We'll talk more about him in a couple of moments, but Coach, you talk about a big game today. They split yesterday. Anderson won the first game 10-6. Rose won the nightcap 5-3. And that now makes this one important just in case you want the tiebreaker, too.
Yeah, because you sure don't want to go and lose this one and then with 6 games left have some must-wins games that you have to go down. But, you know, we talked to Matt Barrett and Anderson. He goes, well, I don't know. Who am I going to throw today? Oh, I don't know. How's your hitting? Well, I don't know. So, you know, he's got confidence in his team. Typical Matt Barrett won't tell us anything about his team. He's just glad both coaches are glad that we're here. Adams was pretty fired up too. Both coaches know how important this game is. They had batting practice starting at 10 a.m. this morning.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So let's go with our first hitter of the day, Charlie Jones. Jones in the series 3 for 8 with an RBI and a couple of runs scored. He'll lead things off. Jones came into this series hitting at 346. This is a pretty good hitting Anderson team, and the first pitch is low and inside. We are underway at 11:58, 2 minutes earlier than normal, Coach.
Yeah, I know. Maybe we'll pick it up on the end.
That pitch is out of the strike zone as well, so we'll go to 2 balls and no strikes to Jones. It'll be Charlie Jones, Trey Dorton, and Justin Reed for the Ravens. And the pitch on the way is in there for a called strike.
Beautiful day here. 54 for our high. Right now it's only 48 degrees, so it will warm up.
That one's going to be fouled away to our right. We'll go to 2 balls and 2 strikes. By the way, for Brady Strawmeyer, this is his 9th appearance, 8th start, 29 and 3rd innings this year, 39 hits, 27 runs, 22 earned, 18 strikeouts, 11 walks. He is 2-1 on the year with an ERA of 6.75.
You are amazing that you have that by memorized.
Studied it all the way over. Ground ball left side, shortstop right in front of the third baseman. Long throw to first is in time. Great play by Rogers, and there's one away.
The third baseman had to put on his brakes, or he could have interfered with that ball. But fortunately, shortstop, we definitely know that he's got an arm.
Trey Dorton will step to the plate, 1 for 7 in the series. He has struck out 3 times as a double to his credit. So one away again here in the top of the first inning, and the left-hander's first pitch is low and inside for a ball.
The key here, Joe Troy, is you need to get ahead of these hitters, because if you give them something to hit, they'll hit it out of the ballpark.
That pitch is low for ball 2, so 2 straight hitters to lead things off. Strawmeyer following behind these first 2 hitters. This is a Anderson team, as we mentioned a little bit ago, a very good hitting team, well over 300. Slow chopper over the mound, and unable to backhand it is Rogers. And that'll be Dorton on with a base hit with 1 away, and that'll bring up Justin Reed.
The facility, the dimensions of this diamond, 386 down in deep center field. Troy cranked a couple out during warm-up.
Yeah.
335 and 320. 320 down in right and 335 in left. Batting practice went well for you today.
It did. I hit him into the wind, too, as that pitch is going to be low for a ball. By the way, Reed is 3 for 9 in the series with 3 runs driven in. The stretch again by Strawmeyer, and the pitch is going to be fouled away.
By the way, I got your answer, by the way, by foul balls.
Okay.
Across the way is State Road 41. Is that correct?
40.
40.
Yeah.
There has been only 1 ball that has made it to the foul territory.
This one hit well into center field, but there to make the catch will be Summers for out number 2, as Dorton will retreat back to first base. It just looks a lot closer, I guess, when you're out on 40 looking this way than it does this way to that way.
Yeah, it's kind of intimidating.
Here's Jed Downham with 2 outs. We'll try to keep you updated on some of the other games that are going on in the conference today. We'll give you the scoreboard from yesterday, as that first pitch is low and outside. Downham, by the way, 2 for 8 in the series. Couple of RBI. He scored 3 runs. First left-handed hitter we have seen in the Anderson lineup, and you'll see that one for a strike.
Other games today, Transy at Defiance. That started at noon as well. Earlham is taking on Franklin. Franklin can make some noise with their, if they win, they'll be at 500 in the conference. Mount St. Joseph and Hanover. It's got to really be a must-win for Hanover, because Transy's right on the tail. And that 1-2 spot, it makes a huge difference.
It does. That pitch in there for a strike. We'll go to 2-2. There were 3 sweeps yesterday, actually 4 sweeps. Franklin, Manchester, Hanover, Transy all swept. The only split we had was
this
one here. And he got him leaning at first, but he dropped the baseball. Bussbaum unable to hold on. Otherwise, they may have had the out there at first base.
Talking with Coach Matt Baer today, he said that yesterday was just one of those days where his kid caught on fire, but just, could not pull the punch for both games.
It is hard to sweep doubleheaders. That's why I was so surprised that we saw as many as we did yesterday.
And especially how these 2 teams have played each other in the past.
Yeah. Pitch is on the way. That's going to be fouled to our left and eventually goes out of play. We'll stay at 2-2. And, of course, you remember in the tournament last year, they met twice. And
one that's very memorable.
Yeah, no doubt about it. course, we'll be back in Kokomo again. We're only about, 3 weeks away from that.
Yep.
Strachan, the pitch on the way, low and outside. We'll have a full count now to Downham.
Well, this time of year in the spring in the HCAC, man, softball is well finishing up. What a great year the HCAC has had in softball.
Runner takes off, breaking pitch in there, and got Downham looking, and he knew it. Great pitch by Strawmeyer to end the inning. They'll leave a man on. We head to the bottom half of inning number 1. No score.
At first, me and my mom were struggling. I was trying to pay the bills and trying to take care of my mom at the same time. When I first heard that I can get paid for taking care of my mom, I was kind of skeptical because I had been doing it for so many years without pay. That's when I reached out to Passion to Care. I read all the reviews and I saw that they were #1 in the field. Passion to Care has really, really changed my life. Right now, I take care of my mom 24/7 thanks to Passion to Care.
Baseball this afternoon brought to you by Officially Human. Their mission is to restore respect to game officials and recognize them as authorities on the field and the court. Thanks to our officials, because without them, we don't play. Rose-Hulman coming to bat. It'll be Cade Klein, Peter Rogers, and Coulter Couillard-Rodak, who we had a chance to talk to during the basketball season, and he felt they were going to have a promising year, and I think he was right.
He was a great interview, and the dugout was kind of relaxed today when we walked in. Everybody was just chatting, talking, and having a good time. I don't know if they understand how important this game. I mean, you and I are talking on the way here. Hey, this is real good, but it's baseball.
Just another day.
Yeah.
Well, and again, a lot in talking with the Anderson coach before we got started, there's still a lot of baseball to be played. I mean,
both coaches said that to us.
You better be careful, because in 6 games, you might find yourself at number 3, and all of a sudden you're down at number 8.
A good example of that is Franklin last year was on a roll coming in, lost that first game, had to come back from the loser's bracket to win that thing. And so we'll see what happens here. But I love the baseball at the Heartland. Very, very competitive. And the tournament coming up in just about 3 weeks in Kokomo. And Kokomo's getting ready for us. We had our meetings with them the other day. They're ready for us, and we're ready for them. I think they're ready for a 4-day invasion by the HCAC crew.
Well, they certainly enjoy baseball up in Kokomo. By the way, Carter Canoble, 5-2 on the year, his 12th appearance, his 7th start, 48 1/3 innings, 54 hits, 28 runs, 23 earned runs, 36 strikeouts and 10 walks, and an ERA of 4.28. His record at 5-2. He'll face Cade Klein. Klein 2 for 9 so far in the series. He has struck out 3 times in their first 2 games. And the pitch is on the way, and a good breaking pitch in there for a strike. Defensively for Anderson, down on behind the plate, it'll be Smitherman down at first, Jones at second, Gordon at third, as this one is going to be popped up foul down the left side. Reed is at short, Tabor, Dorton, and Dorsch in the outfield from left to right.
First time that we've been here to Rose-Hulman doing a baseball. I'm sure there'll be many more, but man, what kind of room you have at both foul size.
Yeah, there's a lot of room outfielders love that, to get a chance to get to a baseball for sure. Here's the 0-2 pitch on the way, and just inside. Canoble thought he had a strikeout victim.
Softball team is away this weekend.
Rose-Hulman is a team coming into the series, another one hitting at 300. That'll be chopped foul. We'll stay at 1-2. They love to run a little bit. 44 stolen bases coming into this one. Sure, they'd love to get some here this afternoon. Only 21 for Anderson. They don't run quite as much. Both team ERAs are a little bit high, and they'd love to get those down here in the last now 7 games of the season. The ERA for Anderson coming in at 6.06, and for Rose-Hulman at 6.49. Yesterday, Franklin beat Earlham 14-2 and 18-1.
Oh, close games.
Yeah, Manchester beat Bluffton in their doubleheader 11-4 and 8-2. Here's the pitch by Knoble. That's going to be lined into right field for a base hit. Leadoff single for Klein. And that'll bring up Peter Rogers. Also yesterday, Hanover swept Mount St. Joseph 14-4 and 10-5. And Transy took both their games from Defiance 12-6 and 14-4. Rogers coming in, 1 for 8 in the series, couple of runs driven in. He scored a couple of runs as well. Knoble, the left-hander, set to throw, and the breaking pitch is a called strike.
And if you did not hear the news, Jamie Braun, the basketball player, girls basketball player, got a base hit. First time in HCAC history the other day.
Pitch is low.
Congratulations to Jamie. Big news.
Second baseman, right?
Yes,
I
sir.
watched her take some grounders a little bit ago. She's pretty good. The stretch and the pitch. High fly ball, right center field, coming over to make the catch will be Dorton. And retreating to first is Klein. There's one away. And that'll bring up Coulter Couillard-Rodak.
The second baseman, number 10.
By the way, when we talked to him, he's from Colorado. And, of course, I spent time in Colorado. We kind of know our way around the front range there. It's almost like we knew each other, huh?
Well, you and your Wyoming.
Well, that's Colorado, too, by the way.
Okay, fine.
Pitch is going to be low for a ball.
All I know is you're in the Hall of Fame in every single sport in the University of Wyoming.
Well, I
At
didn't.
least you want to be.
I didn't play field hockey there, though.
Oh, okay.
You know, all the rest of them, I pretty much mastered.
I know you played cricket.
Yes. Breaking pitch stays inside, 2-0. By the way, Coulter in the series, 4 for 9 with an RBI and 2 runs scored. He did have a double yesterday. Outfield will be straight away for the left-handed hitter, and the pitch is low and outside for ball 3. So 3-0. See if he'll be taking all the way, and he is. That'll be a strike. Klein has not shown yet at first base any tendency to maybe steal, but he does had 14 steals coming into this series. That's a team best. And the pitch just outside for ball 4. Coach, I know you wanted to talk a little bit about a gentleman that passed away here recently, a basketball official that you know pretty well.
Kevin Lewis, who's been a longtime friend of IndianaSRN, actually did some sideline reporting for us, but officiated the basketball, baseball, all kinds of sports for the association. Passed away just on Friday. Our thoughts and prayers are to the family and the whole entire officiating crew. We'll miss you great dearly, but I tell you what, heaven is rejoicing. And Kevin was a great individual.
Now up it'll be Connor O'Connell, by the way, hitting in the series 4 for 8. First chance to look at the left-hander Knoble as he'll look the runner back at second. So runners at first and second.
Wind is blowing out, straight out center field. It should be interesting, huh?
Which for us these days is unusual. Every game we have, they're always blowing in.
Yep.
The stretch and the pitch on the way is high and inside. That'll even the count at 1-1.
You can hear the wind in our crowd mic a little bit today.
We probably should tell people when hasn't it been windy so far?
The last 3 weeks.
Oh, my. So 1-1 now to O'Connell. And that pitch swing and a miss.
He's chasing it upstairs.
O'Connell's had a good year, 348 coming into this series, a team best 40 runs driven in from the left side. Knoble set to throw, and the pitch going to be fouled away. And it will stay at 1-2. The HCAC baseball tournament will again be in Kokomo, as you alluded to, and we'll be there as long as it takes. That first day we'll have all 4 games.
Well, first 2 days. We'll do 4 games, yeah.
But I'm only there for the first 4 the first day, 2 the next day. So
yeah. Well, you have to have a day off.
Yes. Swing and a miss, and that's going to do it for O'Connell. He'll strike out for out number 2.
2 years ago, the average game time was 5 hours and 54 minutes. We're going to try to vastly improve on that one. But we also had some rain delays.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Troy.
You're
Go
fine.
ahead.
Dalton Busboom will step to the plate. Dalton is having a good series, 5 for 8. He's driven in 4 runs. Chance here to perhaps get Rose-Hulman on the board with runners at first and second now with 2 away. Busboom came in at 297. That average is going up as he will see the first pitch as a strike. 5th hitter in the half inning now for Rose-Hulman. Yeah, that rain 2 years ago was a blast.
Oh, yeah.
That pitch is low for a ball.
Well, let's just make it sure that everyone left the booth except one camera guy. Well, not even a camera guy. Not even the producer.
You?
Everybody left except one guy who had to cover an hour and 15 minutes of rain delay. And then finally I got a call to say, oh, go ahead and shut it off. We'll just reconvene in 4 hours. Thank you very much.
You did a good job, though.
Well,
you know what I was doing?
You were resting.
No, I wasn't.
Back in the studio.
I wasn't resting back. I was out collecting baseballs around the roof.
Were you?
I had quite a haul going home.
Okay.
Here's the 1-2 pitch, and it swung on, hit foul.
And then you probably repainted them and sell them to some kid, right?
Of course.
Okay.
That's my bonus right there.
Go.
1 ball and 2 strikes.
I will tell you this, though. During the rain delay, I did eat pretty well.
I know you did. We had to pull you out of there about every
15 minutes.
Exactly. Pitch is outside. We'll go to 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And if you want to go back and look at those games, the world famous 12:09 "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" is still on the video. And that was 12:09 a.m.
And I was going to say, if you're smart, bypass that. The stretch by Knoble and the break-even pitch just a little bit low. We'll go full count.
The whole entire HCA staff does a great job. Jay Jones and his crew putting in, also running the softball tournament that same weekend. It's a great venue.
Payoff pitch, runners take off. High chopper, third baseman takes a funny bounce off the lip of the grass. 1 run will score, and heading to second base will be Busboom, and he's going to get credit for a double on a ball that looked like it was hit by a cue. That thing really took off.
You know, Anderson's used to playing on that turf at home, and that's a normal routine play. That thing looked like it hit something, and third baseman had a hard time picking that up. That's a tough play.
Josh Erpenbeck, nobody's going to, not even Brooks Robinson's going to get that one.
This is what Rose-Hulman wanted to do, though, start quickly here.
Boy, that's a tough play there for Gordon. He thought he had at least a chance to get a play at first base as Josh Erpenbeck will step to the plate, takes that pitch for a strike. I think he would have had a chance to get that play at first.
I think he was going to go to third. He was close enough to the bag there, Trey. He might have got third.
Pitch is swung on, hit to right field. That's going to fall in for a base hit. That's going to score 2. Erpenbeck heading to second with a double and back-to-back doubles. It's 3-0 Rose-Hulman, and that is what one weird bounce can do to you.
Yeah, because then you're looking at possibly an out. Now you have given up 3 runs.
Well, you have been out of the inning. So here is Michael Stenger, the DH. Stenger's only had 3 at-bats in the first 2 games. Knoble was perhaps 1 ground ball away from getting out of the inning, and it would be no score, and all of a sudden the weird bounce, and 3 runs are across now. Stenger comes into the series at 263. Knoble checks the runner at second base. Here's the pitch on the way, and it's up high.
We were here Friday night for the Rose-Hulman Tri-Light Track and Field. Crew did an outstanding job. I think they went home or left Rose-Hulman at about 11:45.
And pitch is low.
Got back to the studios at 1 a.m. and one crew member had to work yesterday afternoon. So the other one worked last night, but that's a long day.
That's a long day.
Did a great job, though.
2-0 to Stingers. The pitch is on the way. Outside corner for a strike.
As we've been involved with our HCAC TV all year long. Man, it's been a lot of fun covering the sports, haven't it? Looking forward to next fall for football, soccer.
It's almost going to run right into each other here
Yes,
pretty
it
soon.
is. Yes.
Here's the 2-1. Just inside, 3 balls and a strike.
We were talking about that. After the tournament, you get maybe 7, 8, 9 weeks before you start thinking football and the fall sports.
Yeah. Pitch is ripped, and that's going to be a foul ball.
Wow, that looked good. Man, nice stroke.
So Stenger at 3 balls and 2 strikes. But you think about it, Coach, the state baseball tournament, as
in
you
Indiana.
alluded to, in Indiana is on mid-June now.
Yeah, it's actually the third week of June this year, and they literally have 8 weeks, and football season practices begin.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Runner gets a lead at second. The pitch is on the way. Popped him up. It should be playable, but can they find it? Here comes your first baseman, and he's unable to get to it. Smitherman gave it a good look. Knoble kind of lost it, as did Downham in a high sky here in Terre Haute this afternoon. So that could be tough.
It started right behind us, and it drifted very quickly. Wind caught the ball.
We had a morning high school game yesterday where it was crazy.
35 when you first started, or 40?
It was 38.
38.
But the wind was blowing in, and the sun was facing the players because you're playing in the morning, and they were struggling just locating the baseball. I'm sure they're all hoping one of these days it'll stop blowing, it'll be warm, 78, and a beautiful day. Another pop-up. This one will go foul and out of play. It's been a wet spring. I mean, we've had, 6 inches in Indianapolis, I think, over the period of time when spring started. So it's not like we've had a ton of good weather to work with. You keep these conditions up, I will stop working because I can't work under those conditions, as you know.
Well, I noticed that we're in the booth, and the booth is shut tight.
We'll open that window over there if you get warm.
That's okay. I'm fine.
Early 3-0 lead here for Rose-Hulman. Knoble trying to get out of the inning with no further damage. The late kick and the pitch, and another foul ball. Stenger hanging in there at 3-2, and that's a pretty good pitch. Knoble, think about leading this team in appearances this year. He is one of the 2 leaders in innings pitched, so he's been out there quite a bit this year. And a breaking ball got him looking. Stenger watched a pretty good pitch go by, but Rose-Hulman strikes first. They get 3 in the bottom half of inning number 1. After 1, 3-0 Engineers.
Doing for the Ravens, Smitherman, Wolf, and Tabor.
A good engineer, a good mathematician, a good scientist can identify problems.
But in order to be a great scientist or engineer, you've got to have curiosity and you've got to have creativity. And that's what's going to set you apart.
You can't teach curiosity. You just need to encourage your student to be curious. Curious in anything that they do. Curious so that it brings out the innovations, the new ideas.
Taking your spot.
I don't care.
We're back once again. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Keith was going to go get a hot dog here pretty soon, but
Well, I've been up since 8 o'clock.
Oh, well, heaven forbid. You should have eaten breakfast when you got up.
Well, I don't know why Nick would call production time at 9:30.
Well, he's a professional, that's why.
Apparently, the production team stayed overnight to set up.
You got him going everywhere Friday night and then into Saturday and Sunday, so I can understand why. We head to inning number 2. You know, this game of baseball can be fun. It can be frustrating, too. And you think about Anderson, they were basically ground ball from getting out of the inning. Now they got to fight back from a 3-0 deficit. And that ball hit the lip of the grass and just simply took off underneath the glove of Gordon. And all of a sudden now you're down 3, so it'll be Smitherman, Wolf, and Tabor.
Got a small leash today, do you?
Me?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, you almost knocked yourself off with
I did. Well, you know me, I'm active in the booth.
Yeah.
By the way, Smitherman 4 for 8 in the series. He's driven in 4. He has a home run to his credit. He has also scored a couple of runs, so he's been a terror. This one lifted high into right field and on the run and making the catch. Nice play by the right fielder to come in and make that one.
Boy, did he pick up some ground.
No doubt about it is Epperbeck on the run. I think he was kind of feeling maybe that was going to carry a little bit more. Here is Griffin Wolf. Wolf is 2 for 7 in the series. Takes that first pitch for a strike. DHing here this afternoon. Strawmeyer's pitch. That one bouncing in front of the plate. We'll go to 1-1. And very often see 2 left-handers going at the same time, but that's what we have today in this final game of the 3-game set. The pitch is low. So 2 balls and a strike now to Wolf. Brendan Tabor is on deck, the left fielder.
I want to welcome our friends from Twitter watching the broadcast today.
One thing you've noticed about Strawmeyer already is he does work very quick. He'll get the sign and go with it. He doesn't wait very long. 2-2 pitch, ground ball to the second baseman. Couillard Rodak on to first, and there is 2 away. By the way, next week, as Tabor steps to the plate, Tabor 1 for 8 in the series. Games on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, all non-conference games. Then we get into the heart of the last 6 games. On Friday night, Hanover plays at Earlham, and Manchester will be at Mount St. Joe. That one hit foul. And then Saturday, Franklin is at Transylvania, Manchester at Mount St. Joe, Hanover at Earlham. Those are pretty much all doubleheaders. Rose will travel to Defiance. Pitch low for a ball, 1-1.
And then the next weekend, we are back as we have 2 big game series.
Softball and baseball.
Yes, sir.
High fly ball into right field.
He found it again. He looked like he lost it to start.
Epperbeck makes the catch in a 1-2-3 inning for Rose-Hulman. We'll head now to the bottom of inning number 2. Fighting Engineers lead at 3-0.
If there is one thing wrong in your aircraft, you're gonna fail. Finding the right answer and trying again, that's really what dragged me to aerospace. This is a 3D printed airplane which I made over my freshman year at Rose-Hulman that can be radio controlled and flown. I saw other people making amazing stuff on 3D printers, and I thought if I combine that art of 3D printing with engineering, I could make something as complex as an airplane. So I got the idea as a sophomore in high school, and I just tried. I did it. I failed a couple times, but it all changed when I came to Rose-Hulman. I got in touch with Dr. Riley, who is an aerospace and ME professor, who really asked me great questions about the concepts of my design. So pursuing such project as a freshman, it just lets me feel amazing that I have still 3 years to do something much more complex than this, and it will lead me much further.
Baseball brought to you by Tam Sweet and Savory Cafe, where they offer traditional food like Grandma used to make. Great staff, even better food. Check them out Wednesday through Sunday. 317-760-1640. Jackson Summers will lead it off here in the bottom of inning number 2. Canoble's first pitch is outside for a ball.
I highly suggest you ask for booth number 7.
Yeah.
That's where the coach sits.
Just don't sit there while you're there.
Oh, no, please do. Well, you can join me, yeah. If you want to pay my bill, that'd be even best.
I was going to say, there's always a catch as that pitch is outside.
The other day, they had their delicious sloppy joes, and one of my best friends who texted me back told me to limit myself to 3 sandwiches.
And you had 4. Here's the 2-0 pitch.
Absolutely not. I had 2.
2-1 to Summers. Now
they were out of mayonnaise, though, so I didn't have my extra mayonnaise. I was a little upset.
2 balls and a strike. There's another story to that, by the way. This one popped up high in the air. It's going to stay in the infield. Shortstop and the second baseman coming together, but Reed will make the call and the catch, and there's one away.
And that was right in the sun, folks.
Mason Rasmussen will step to the plate. Yesterday on the broadcast, I reminded everybody that you were there, and you invited everybody to come.
I did.
Yep. And the only problem is that the funny thing is about that is you see the pitch on the way. This will be a ground ball, backhanded attempt by the shortstop Reed. It'll go into left field. See how they'll score that one for the hitter Rasmussen. But the funny thing is, as I said, though, Keith, is that you always invite everybody that you're going to pay for their lunch when you've already told them they have to work someplace. It's amazing how you do that. They're going to give Rasmussen a hit on that one. It'll be Cade Klein, who singled and scored in the first inning. And the first pitch is a ball. Did you want to comment on that?
I was just amazed that someone just walked by our camera right in front of our camera guy. No, I'm fine.
You'd be amazed anybody walks in front of the camera. Chomper foul.
I will tell you this, that day that I got response back, 2 of them say, but where is that? And I gave them the address, and they're like an hour away. It's like,
oh, well, of course.
Well, I'll be gone in 15 minutes.
You're always sending out the text, hey, I'm buying today. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all working, huh?
Yeah,
that's too bad.
Sorry. I'm not that mean of a guy. Trust me.
1-1 to Cade Klein.
Fans love me.
I know they do. The stretch by Canoble and the pitch. Inside pitch is fought off foul.
I will tell you, yesterday we had a lot of compliments about IndianaSRN. We had a lot of viewers watching your baseball game.
Really?
And, yeah, very interesting.
I'm sure our audience cares about that.
I'm sure they don't care about it at all. But, you know, my producer in my ear saying, talk about the baseball game. I am.
Here's the 1-2 pitch on the way. Reaching out, poking this one to the right side. They'll get one at second, and that's all they'll get. Smithman to Reed down at second base. And so Klein will reach on the fielder's choice, and that'll bring up now Peter Rogers. Well, if it makes you feel any better, I care what you're talking about. Rogers flew out his first time up.
I will tell you this. How about the greeting here every single time? Landon and the coaching staff, everybody's so nice to make sure that we have the right stuff.
Here's a strike.
I think Anderson's coaching staff was excited to see that this game was on today as well.
New facility, I understand, baseball up there.
Beautiful. Troy, you need to go up and check that out.
The stretch by Canoble, long look at first, and now he'll throw over.
See, that was my move. That was my best move.
Not getting the guy at first.
Well, that's slow. That was my best move. Because if I did anything faster, I would have balked.
Yeah, true. But you're not left-handed, though.
Oh, I could be.
Yeah. The stretch and the pitch. Runner takes off. Pitches in there for a strike. Throw down a little bit high. And a stolen base by Cade Klein.
Oh, he dropped the ball.
Yep. Ball gets away, and heading to third will be Klein. And so have a error on the play, and all of a sudden you have a runner in scoring position at third base 90 feet away.
How about that heads-up play?
So now Rogers has a chance to drive in a run right here.
You know, you shoot yourself in the foot like that. This could hurt you with a run.
Oh, yeah. So now Canoble with the pitch. Popped him up. Going to get out of the inning, though, it appears, without any damage done, as Smitherman will make the catch. They'll leave a runner at third. That will do it for Rose-Hulman in inning number 2. After 2 complete, Fighting Engineers lead at 3-0.
Rose-Hulman in this bottom of the second inning. No runs on 1 hit, 1 error, and 1.
College baseball this afternoon brought to you in part by Wheeler Mission. For 125 years, Wheeler Mission has been a pillar in the Indianapolis community, providing help, hope, and healing to people in need. If you'd like to volunteer, give them a call at 317-686-6239. We head to the third. It'll be Dorsch, Gordon, and back to the top of the order in Jones. Swing and a miss. Dorsch 2 for 7 in the series with a couple of runs scored. The pitch on the way. This is hit foul right side. And now 0-2 to Dorsch. Dorsch came into the series one of several 300-plus hitters at 323. Wind is now blowing a little bit left to right. This one hit back up the middle. That'll be back there by the shortstop, but the throw to first not in time. Great effort by Rogers just to get to that baseball. So Dorsch will get credit for an infield single. And that'll bring up now Connor Gordon.
The third baseman, number 6, Connor Gordon.
Gordon in the series, 3 for 8. He has a couple of runs scored. Gordon, like so many different players, have hit over 300. He is not one of them. He's at around 200 as there's a strike. But he gets the start today down at third base. But again, he's had 3 hits in this series. Strawmeyer's pitch, chop foul.
I want to thank our producer, Nick Lewis, and the guy on the 1s and 2s, Sticks, with us today. Sticks didn't have breakfast this morning, Troy. He looked a little weak. And then Daniel Miller with us as well.
No balls and 2 strikes now to Gordon. The stretch again by Strawmeyer, and the pitch on the way is low.
And we should thank our Uber driver that drove us down today.
Who took your credit card and went out shopping.
She said she would be back after Walmart.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Hit foul.
I'm just glad I picked her credit card to give it to her. She has her own credit card.
Huh?
Never mind. Your wife's are listening.
Here's the 1-2. Got him looking. Great pitch there by Strawmeyer. Second hitter he's got looking today, and there's one away, and we'll go back to the top of the order now. And Charlie Jones is 0 for 1 today.
You know, our PA announcer, our public address announcer, is just on fire.
Isn't
he? He's fired up today.
I was listening to him do the play-by-play.
He did a good job the other day, didn't he?
Yeah. In fact, if we decide we want
No.
go get lunch, he could come in and do it.
Well, one of us could go get lunch. I'm sure he could fill this seat very, very well. James is here today too.
Oh yeah.
The SID is here today. Yeah.
So we could both go have lunch.
We could both have lunch.
2 balls, no strikes. There's a strike on the outside corner.
Our friends in California are just now getting up watching this game.
Yeah, it is a 3-hour time difference.
Yes, sir.
3 and 1 now to Jones.
As our best friend Jim Barb would say, it's 12:38 Eastern time.
Eastern. 3 balls and a strike. The pitch. And a little bit outside. I'll tell you what, Jones kind of hesitated, didn't he? He's like, is he going to call that a walk or a... What do we got here? Here is now Trey Dorton.
I tell you, the key there was he waited until the ball crossed the plate before he took off. Or that might have been a strike call.
I was ready for him to ring him up because his arm came out to the right side. Chopper toward the shortstop. High hop, and it will take it off the face, and Reed is down. Run will score, and they do retrieve the baseball, but that's now 2 hops we have seen, bad hops. 1 now against, take that back, 1 against Anderson, 1 against Rose, but this time Rogers took the blunt of that one.
Right in the face.
Jones is going to score. Dorton will get credit for his second base hit. And now we have runners at second and third. Wow. That one's got to hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And what will happen then when you get one of those in the chops, you're a little less willing to stay down there, and because they tell you to stay down there until the very end, but that's tough.
What I liked is the trainer and the coach goes and checks on him.
Now with your cat-like reflexes,
Trust
you just nailed that one.
No, Troy, trust me. I still be down on the ground. You be calling an ambulance.
Ambulance?
Yes.
Here is the number 3 hitter now, Justin Reed.
The shortstop, number 24, Justin Reed.
Reed is 0 for 1. So again, runners at second and third. Still with just 1 away here in the top of inning number 3. And the pitch is fouled away, caught a piece of the catcher as well.
The tool of ignorance is working hard today. That's the 3rd time he's got hit in the shin there.
So if I am the shortstop, Rogers, I make sure I go manicure that part of the field for myself, right? There's a strike.
What you ask the groundkeeper is to make sure that's very, very wet, please, and then rake it up.
I'm not so sure that at some point I don't take a rake with me every half inning.
I gotcha.
0-2. The pitch on the way, hit into center field on his horse, and making the catch will be Summers.
Here comes a throw.
And this throw is too high to third base. A run will score, and now it's 3-2. So Reed will get credit for the sacrifice fly. So 2 away, and that'll bring up now Jed Downham.
Jed. The catcher, number 26, Jed Downham.
Downham struck out looking in the first inning. So Anderson able to get 2 runs back. Ground ball, first baseman bobbles it. Will he have time? He drops it a second time, but the pitcher, Strawmeyer, able to get over and beat the runner to the bag, and that'll do it for Anderson here in inning number 3, but they pick up 2 runs after 2.5. Rose-Hulman leads at 3-2.
And 1 runner left on base. 2 up for the Fight Engineers. Couillard Rodak.
So my goal is to get involved in space industry and learn about what lies beyond the Earth's horizon. I came across Rose Rocketry. I saw, hey, they're doing some really cool stuff. They're building rockets. I really grew a lot being as part of the team. Last year, through Rose Rocketry, I was able to attend SED Space Vision 2022, which was a student conference for people who want to get involved in space. And I was able to go to Washington, D.C. and talk to so many people within the space industry who come together and say, this is what the next goals for space are. Being at Rose, I was able to hone my engineering skills to push myself to get involved in the field further and learn about all these different opportunities. And I don't think I would have really gotten that at a bigger university.
College baseball here on RHIT.TV.
Yes. Very
Is
good.
brought to you in part by Boilermaker Local 374. They represent highly skilled, highly motivated workers in field construction and metal fabrication throughout the state of Indiana. Start your career with Boilermaker Local Union 374. Give them a call at 219-845-1000.
Today, the 7th inning trivia question. Brought to you by Rose-Hulman. Rose-Hulman.
Yes. Do you have it already figured out?
I almost blew the line. Huh? Do I have the line? Thank you. Rose-Hulman.
Trivia question.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Here's Coulter Couillard-Rodak, who walked and scored one of those 3 runs back in the first inning. Is it going to be a good question or one of the lame ones?
It will be a Major League Baseball question.
Oh, okay. Pitched by the left-hander Canoble, slow roller. It's going to be a tough play at first, and overthrowing the pitcher covering the bag is Smitherman. Canoble did a nice job getting over there, and that very well could be a base hit right there for Couillard-Rodak.
See what they say here.
Connor O'Connell is up next. He struck out back in the first inning.
The third baseman, number 45, Connor O'Connell.
So Couillard-Rodak gets his first hit. 5 hits now by Rose-Hulman. Breaking pitch in there for a strike.
I want to say hello to our boss who is watching from Franklin, Indiana today.
Well, he could just go across the street and go watch Earlham and Franklin if he wants to take a break, huh? And pitches low. 1-1 now to O'Connell.
Say hello to Grandma Collins and hope she's doing well.
O'Connell now facing the wind as well as a left-handed hitter, as that's going to be fouled away. We'll go to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
The wind has picked up and it has changed directions.
You know, the thing is, it's not really blowing much out in center field, but it's blowing a lot around home plate.
You bet it is.
Here's the stretch and the 1-2 pitch, and it's hit into left field. This is going to drive the left fielder back. Tabor can't get to it. It falls in. Back-to-back base hits now by Couillard-Rodak and O'Connell, and that's going to bring up now Dalton Busboom.
Now, is that the wind there, Troy? You think they caught that, or you think he just got a late jump?
I think the wind probably did that to him. And that thing will hold up or blow out. Either way, it's hard to tell. As we said, now the wind out in center field is blowing harder, but it's not as much here. So as an outfielder, that can be a real problem. Busboom doubled and scored back in the first inning. Chance here once again for the Fighting Engineers to get on the board. And the pitch is low and outside for a ball. Once again, Canoble gets the sign from Downham, and the pitch in there for a strike. By the way, Canoble today has only had 2 hitters where he has gone full count.
Mm-hmm.
So he hasn't thrown a whole lot of pitches so far in the first 2 and plus innings. That's hit foul.
Nice little crowd on hand today.
Yeah. Everybody in their football gear. Anticipating the kickoff here this afternoon. The stretch. And the pitch on the way is hit back up the middle. Could be 2. Second baseman steps on the base, throws to first. Jones gets the unassisted out at second to Smitherman for out number 2. Couillard-Rodak advances on to third, but 2 outs, and that'll bring up now Josh Erpenbeck. Gotta love the double play when you're a pitcher.
Yes.
Erpenbeck doubled in the first inning. And the pitch is low for a ball. Rose-Hulman had 2 doubles in that first inning. Of course, the one bad hop that just kind of zinged off the grass line as this is popped up to the right side. See if it's going to stay in play. 3 players converge on it, and nobody gets to it. You had Smitherman out there. You had the right fielder Dortch coming in and the second baseman Jones, and that again kind of shows you that wind in the high sky can really wreak havoc on you.
Well, the cloud, it's a beautiful day.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with the
Yeah, some clouds,
but that wind is trouble.
Yep.
We saw some yesterday in our high school game that just makes you wonder. That one's going to jam. He popped up. The second baseman coming over will make the catch. Jones will end the half inning. So Rose-Hulman, they will leave a man on. We will head to the top of inning number 4, 3-2, Rose-Hulman.
Anxious over algebra? Call Ask Rose, the free science and math homework helpline. It's free world-class tutoring. Just call, chat, email, or screen share. Learn more at AskRose.org. Confused by chemistry? Call Ask Rose, the free science and math homework helpline. It's free world-class tutoring. Just call, chat, email, or screen share. Learn more at AskRose.org.
Earlier today, Troy went down to the dugouts to visit these creatures. And then there was a scuffle. Troy was right in the middle of the scuffle.
Yes.
One said Rose-Hulman, one said Anderson.
Aren't they cute?
Those are Troy's best friends right there. What was their names? Did you hear?
One of them is One-Eyed Pete.
Uh-huh.
And
what was the other one?
I forget the other one.
Pepe?
Something Pepe Le Pew.
Yeah.
Smitherman, Wolf, and Tabor.
So you know what the broadcast teams do when the producers are working hard. We're playing with dogs.
Well, I'm not preparing for these games.
I
want to go down and play with the dogs.
I see your 6-page script.
There's a strike to Smitherman.
Let me tell you, folks, we prepare for these. Don't tell them that. We prepare for these games.
Staumeyer with a pitch on the way. This is going to be grounded up the middle. This could be a tough play. Takes another bounce behind the bag. Couillard-Rodak, I think it would have been a tough play nonetheless, but, boy, we've seen some weird bounces on this infield.
We have.
That'll bring up Griffin Wolf.
We will tell you this, though. The SIDs have helps us greatly. I think our package was 8 to 9 pages deep today.
Yeah, that included the entire series as Wolf will step up. He's 0 for 1. Pitches outside, ball 1.
And then he apologized because he didn't get last night's stats on, and it's like, well, I went home and went to bed.
I don't blame him.
Hard-working people.
And not enough pay.
Well, I didn't say that.
I did. That pitch is in there for a strike.
Miss Athletic Director, I did not say that. That was Troy Daragowski.
That goes for every SID, no matter who.
They work hard.
Yes. That pitch is low for a ball. 2 balls and a strike. We'll be starting a SID union here pretty soon.
No.
I'm just kidding.
No.
I'm just kidding. 2 balls and a strike. This will be a slow hopper to the first baseman. He'll get one there. The throw down. They can't get the tag laid on in time, but they get Wolf at first base.
I can see the hate mail coming this way now.
Except
Troy,
from all the SIDs, they're going to love me.
Troy is just kidding. By the way, speaking of on the move, Saturday is the HCAC Track and Field Championships right here on the HCAC TV network.
All right.
Up at Manchester.
Here is Brandon Tabor. That pitch up high. I was a part of that last year.
I think Daniel Miller is going to be doing camera that day. No, he's shaking his head.
Nope.
No, it's Chuck. It's Chuck and Thacker and Jerry Collins will be on that crew.
Pitch is in there for a strike. I noticed I got taken off that assignment. Here is the
you're working lacrosse
number
with me.
7 hitter. I think I'd rather be doing. No, I'm just kidding. I always love doing lacrosse with you.
Yeah, right.
1 ball, 1 strike to Tabor. He's 0 for 1.
I'll just put you on the camera.
It's pitch is low and inside. Now I've committed. Already started prepping. For the
I'm
lacrosse.
sure you have. Okay, good. So have I.
Smitherman down at second base. Anderson trying to tie this ball game. Popped up.
Tough.
Field toward the line.
Got it.
And the catch is made. The runner will tag, and Smitherman on his way to third, but you can see how that was an adventure. Hepperbeck's like, whoa. I mean, he didn't catch it up above his head. He caught it down around the waist area.
And almost dropped it from the web.
So Smitherman now at third, and that'll bring up John Dorsch, who singled and left stranded at third in that 2-run third inning. Lefty against lefty. Here in the 4th inning. Pitch is inside for a ball. We will try to get you some scores here in a little bit. Our crack staff, we have our statistician with us, and he's not quite up to par yet this morning or now this afternoon. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. A lot of people don't realize we have a statistician. We have our camera crew. We got a producer. They got you and me. We've got a statistician. We've got a research guy. It's amazing. Two of them. One for pitching and one for hitting. Pitch is in there for a strike. One and two now to Dorsch. The pitch on the way, grounded foul. You know, baseball is a game of statistics. And with all of the...
Thanks for letting me know that, Troy.
Well, more than any other sport, because they're the ones that now, what do they call it? What's the terminology used for the stats now?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
That figures. Swing and a miss, and that'll do it for Dorsch here in the 4th inning. Anderson will leave a man on. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Rose-Hulman leads at 3-2. Analytics.
Whatever you say.
Isn't that what it's called?
I don't care.
So I started working on Babcock Ranch 16 years ago. We designed a sustainable community that is also storm resilient, and also it has a ton of flood control associated with it. It has 75 megawatt solar facilities on site, which will cover the entire 18,000 acre community. In September of 2022, we had Hurricane Ian. We had 150 mile an hour sustained winds for about 10 hours and 21 inches of rain. Babcock really had little to no damage at all. We were the only place in a 2-county area that had any electric or any available drinking water that did not need to be boiled. And Rose really prepares you to go out, think outside the box, and problem solve. And I think for any major at Rose-Hulman, that's what you're getting. You have the ability to go out and create something new and innovate and change the way that we live as humans today.
Back here in a sunny afternoon, and Terre Haute will move to the bottom of the 4th inning. It'll be Stanger, Summers, and Rasmussen due up against Knoble. 3 runs, 5 hits, and an error today for the Fighting Engineers. 2, 3, and 2 for Anderson, and the first pitch to Stanger in there for a strike. Stanger caught looking back in the 1st inning. Wind has died down a little bit here in this inning. That'll be hit foul. And Stanger quickly behind at 0-2. Now that we have sent Keith out of the booth, the broadcast will probably be a whole lot better. I don't want him to make sure when he goes back and hears this later. Here's the pitch, hit foul. Stanger stays in at 0-2. Only 6 games remaining in the conference for all these teams for the rest of the year, 5 or 6. This will be lined in left field for a base hit, and Stanger leads things off with a single. That'll bring up now Jackson Summers. You can check out the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference website for the remainder of the schedule, and we talked about it earlier that things will pick up in the conference again next Friday. And then double headers on Saturday of next week, and there's a strike. Summers flew out his only time up back in inning number 2. Stenger very short lead at first as Knoble set to throw on the pitch in there for a strike, and quickly Summers behind, no balls and 2 strikes. Rose would love to get one of those 2 runs back here in this 4th inning. The pitch hit foul. Lots going to happen here over the next 2 weeks to see how this whole thing will eventually pan out in the conference for that tournament in Kokomo. And we had some fireworks last year. Pitches up high. These 2 teams met twice in the tournament a year ago. Here's the pitch on the way, and it's low for ball 2. So after quickly jumping ahead at 0-2, Summers now able to even the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Knoble once again will get the sign and the pitch, and that's way up high, and he knew he lost that one from the very beginning of the release. Rose-Hulman now 6 base hits here in the first 3+ innings. Runner takes off, the pitch, swing and a miss, throw down to second is not in time. And Stenger gets credit for the stolen base. And here is Rasmussen.
The catcher, number 4.
1 away.
Mason Rasmussen.
Mason 0 for 1, or I should say 1 for 1 today. Did single in the 2nd inning. Pop this one up into center field. Dorton is there. The runner at second will tag. And he will go about 1/3 of the way and come back. Good throw from the center fielder, Dorton. And so Stenger stays at second base. And with 2 away, that'll bring up Cade Klein, the leadoff hitter.
The left fielder, number 30, Cade Klein.
Klein's been on base twice today. A base hit and a run scored. He has also reached on a fielder's choice and has a stolen base. So 2 away here in the 4th inning. Knoble, ground ball, first pitch. Picked up by Jones, throw to first, and that's going to do it. They'll leave a man on here in the inning. We will head to the 5th inning, 3-2 Rose-Hulman.
1 runner left on base. New up for the Ravens, Gordon, Jones, and Dorton.
Athlete looking for enhanced performance, comfort, and recovery? Then Skins is the perfect choice for you. Our revolutionary sports compression product provides better oxygen flow in your muscles, helps reduce fatigue and pain from intense physical activity, allowing athletes to push their boundaries and perform better.
Skins helps keep everything, including you, on track.
So don't wait any longer. Get your Skins now and experience unbeatable performance.
Take your game to the next level with Skins.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you could be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
Sure you want to make that move?
It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself and something bigger.
It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
College baseball brought to you this afternoon by the Morales Group. Their mission is building better futures one story at a time. They acknowledge the whole person and their individual story. If you'd like more information Give them a call at 317-472-7600. We head to the 5th inning. It'll be Gordon, Jones, and Dorton. Stallmeyer's first pitch in there for a strike.
Wanted to thank our concession stand guys to bring up the hot dogs today, Jim and John down there, soccer players of Rose-Hulman. Rose-Hulman.
There's another strike, which we very familiar with, able to do some Rose-Hulman men's soccer this year. Here's the pitch. It's outside.
I noticed that you wanted your hot dog medium rare.
Did you get all the dressings on it?
Yep. Salt, pepper.
Yeah. Gordon struck out looking, his only time up. Chopper to the third baseman. Another hop that gets by the third baseman, O'Connell. And held to a single will be Gordon.
That's definitely the hot corner today, huh?
Well, at this stage, if I were O'Connell, Rogers, Reed, and Gordon, I'd ask the first baseman and second baseman, can we change sides?
Yeah, can we rotate?
Yeah.
Volleyball all over again.
I would. Right now, I'd love to hit the ball hard to that side. As Charlie Jones will step to the plate. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. He'll show bunt, and the pitch is outside, ball 1. Jones scored one of the 2 runs scored in that 3rd inning. Strawmeyer's next pitch is low and away, and you saw Jones set to square and bunt again. Mentioned Jones came into this series with 3 hits. And missing outside, 3-0.
You take here?
Oh, yeah. You're probably going to get a pretty good pitch to look at, even if it is 3-1, and he misses up high. So the walk, second walk given up to Jones, and that'll bring up now Dorton. Dorton, couple of base hits, including a run scored today for the Ravens. We mentioned Dorton had struck out 3 times yesterday. He squares to bunt as well, and the pitch is low for a ball, and right now Strawmeyer having a difficult time finding the strike zone.
I kind of like them. They were going to play some small ball here, Troy.
That's going to be hit foul. Well, the wind is now kind of blowing a little bit out and toward right field, at least from the flag that we can see in center field. The stretch and the pitch, low and away, gets away from the catcher. The runner at second will advance to third. Gordon staying at first base. Looked like to me that might have been a pitch right there that Rasmussen could have caught, so it's either going to be a wild pitch or a pass ball with the runner advancing. 2 balls and a strike now to Dorton.
It's a sunny sky, but it is only still 49. We just picked up 3 degrees before we started this ball game.
The pitch on the way is outside, and all of a sudden here, Strawmeyer having a really tough time. Maybe he heard it was only 49 degrees. How was the walk to the concession stand?
Very nice, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
The 3-1 pitch, good cut there by Dorton, and he fouls it straight back.
The 2 dogs met me halfway down.
They were hoping for one of those hot dogs, probably.
I was going to give them yours, but medium rare did not look good to them.
Okay. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Ground ball.
Boy, he's going
Will he get 2 here? Wide throw at first, and he stayed on the base. The run will score, but Rose-Hulman gets the double play.
And now we're going to have a little conversation.
Well, it certainly looked like, from our vantage point, that he got pulled off, but the 2 umpires, only 2 working here today. As you see, they will discuss it. The good news is if they change that call, I am using pencil today. So
they're still going to call him out.
All right, so 2 away.
Well, here's the conversation usually, and we've both umpired before. What did you see? This is what I saw. Did he stay? You were closer than I.
Yeah.
You finally make the call.
Yeah.
He calls him out. It's an out.
So here's Justin Reed. Reed had a sacrifice fly his last time up. So after falling behind 3-0, the Ravens have come back to tie this ball game here in the 5th inning. You know, we had a couple of calls even yesterday that the umpires are put in a really tough position. Line drive and off the glove of the second baseman, Couillard-Rodak. He recovers in time, makes the throw for the final out. Great play by Couillard-Rodak to end the inning. They get a run. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning, tied at 3.
New up for Rose-Hulman, Rogers, Couillard-Rodak, and O'Connell.
175 of them from 40 states and 19 countries, with a record-breaking number of applications. Did you forget about Rose's outstanding class of 2023 and how 99% of the graduates have landed a position in their dream fields, graduate school, or the military?
The renovations to Munch Hall are finally complete, so I'm sure he'll have plenty to eat at the updated Munch Cafe by the new Living Mall.
We just broke ground on a new residence hall that will be ready for fall 2025.
We celebrated a record-breaking homecoming with more than 2,000 alumni, students, and friends commemorating the 100th anniversary of the bonfire with our first ever drone show. We also welcomed 267 employers for our fall career fair. And perhaps the greatest gift of all, the Wall Street Journal named us one of the top 20 best colleges in America, and U.S. News & World Report named us the #1 undergraduate engineering college. You can be a little old for a lot of things, but you're never too old or too far away for Rose-Hulman. 2023 was a year of adventurous journeys, of coming together, of growth. No matter how far away you roam this holiday season, you will never be truly alone as long as Rose is your home.
College baseball here on RHIT.TV, brought to you in part by Piper Logistics. They're a group of logistics professionals dedicated to working together to provide their clients with a complete logistics package. They have offices in Indianapolis and Cincinnati. For more information, give them a call, 317-396-1023. Ready to go to work here in the bottom of the 5th inning. It'll be Rogers, Couillard-Rodak, and O'Connell. New ball game with us tied here at 3 apiece. Rogers 0 for 2 here this afternoon, and the first pitch is high and outside for a ball. Six hits so far now for Rose-Hulman. High fly ball into center field, driving the center fielder back just a few steps, and Dorton there to make the catch. There's one away. Couillard-Rodak will step to the plate. Had that nice play to end the last half inning. Coulter had a walk and a run scored back in the first inning. The infield single in the third. Again, all the updated stats and such can be found on the Rose-Hulman website when the game is complete here this afternoon. Pitch is low for a ball. Knoble just had the one really tough inning, that first inning, but you go back and look at it, that ball that was hit to the third baseman that went under his glove on a bad hop as this one's lifted high into left field, and reaching out to make the catch will be Tabor. And again, you really get a pretty good idea of how that wind is causing some issues for the players here today. And here's Connor O'Connell.
Earlham leads Franklin 5-2 after 5. We'll keep you abreast of all the scores.
Franklin at 7-8, currently in the number 6 spot in the conference standings. There's a strike. Anderson, Mount St. Joe, and Rose all 9-5.
Hanover started a late start with Mount St. Joseph, scoreless after 2.
Chop foul, so O'Connell down in the count now, no balls and 2 strikes. O'Connell singled in the third inning, 1 for 2 today. Well, Manchester, Earlham, and Bluffton. Defiance has no chance, but those 3 teams, they're going to have to play well in these last 2 weeks to get in. Breaking pitches outside for a ball. It's awful hard to play catch-up.
Sure is.
Because you're hoping that somebody else is going to help you out along the way. And you look at Anderson, what they did last year. That's a foul ball. Their coach was just talking about how they had to win, 8 out of 10 just to get into the tournament at the end of the year.
And I think that was a 6 seed. And then they got hot.
Yeah.
They really did. They won some games coming back.
8 out of 10, though, Coach, but now you're down to 6.
Yeah.
It's a little bit different. You're literally at times going to have to think we may have to win out in order to get in if you're Manchester, Earlham, or Bluffton. That one's going to be soft hit to the third baseman, Gordon. And a 1-2-3 inning for Knoble and Anderson. We will head to inning number 6, tied at 3.
Doing things so quickly. A lot of times we know that we need help. So our professors all know us by name.
Basically, everybody knows everybody here.
That one-on-one personal connection you're getting with the faculty, you don't get that a lot of places.
We're not just saying, here, go do this hard project. We are right there with them. We work with them.
The faculty are there for you.
Back here at Rose-Hulman as we will head to inning number 6. It'll be Downham, Smitherman, and Wolf all due up now for the Ravens, who came back with the 2 runs in the 3rd and tied this ball game up with a run in the 5th inning. So far, Strawmeyer has given up, 5 hits now, 4 hits. Here it's going to be actually 5 hits through the 5th inning. Downham today struck out looking in the 1st inning, grounded out in the 3rd. You know what I find interesting more than anything is that when Keith leaves the booth, does he still get paid the same amount of money? Does he get a cut and pay? I'm going to ask Keith when he gets back, I think. Downham steps in, takes the first pitch for a strike. Downham 0 for 2 this afternoon. Ground ball to the first baseman. Busboom steps on the plate, and there should say the base, and there's one away, and that'll bring up Smitherman. Smitherman did pick up a base hit in the 4th inning.
You see what came up?
You got jumbo popcorn. Swing and a miss. Does your wife know you got that?
All I know is the SIDs are top notch. Thank you for the popcorn. They know me. Know me too well.
Oh, yeah. Ground ball to the shortstop. Rogers. Long throw to first, 2 away.
And Rogers. That was a tough hop.
Well, he might be a little gun shy after taking that last one in the face. Griffin Wolf, but give him credit for staying with it.
Yeah.
Wolf is 0 for 2 unofficially today. By the way, Anderson, if I'm not mistaken, has only had one time where they've gone down in order. That was back in inning number 2. As Wolf takes that one for a ball. Check swing, and I believe he went around, and he did.
I like these 3-game series.
That one's hit foul. Well, you have plenty of time when you think about getting into the tournament. If you have, 18 games or whatever they end up playing, you have plenty of opportunity to get yourself qualified. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, the game is just, it's the more you play, the better you get. You just hope you have enough pitching to get you through.
Yeah.
I mean, that tournament is brutal because you play a Wednesday, a Thursday, a Friday, and a Saturday, and possibly a Sunday.
That's tough. Chopper back to the pitcher as Stallmeyer makes the strong throw to first in a 1-2-3 inning for Rose-Hulman. We will head to the bottom half, inning number 6, tied at 3.
Left on base. Do it for the Fighting Engineers. Busboom, Erkenbeck, and Stanger.
At first, me and my mom were struggling. I was trying to pay the bills and trying to take care of my mom at the same time. When I first heard that I can get paid for taking care of my mom, I was kind of skeptical because I had been doing it for so many years without pay. That's when I reached out to Passion to Care. I read all the reviews and I saw that they were #1 in the field. Passion to Care has really, really changed my life. Right now, I take care of my mom 24/7 thanks to Passion to Care.
Back here once again at Rose-Hulman. Today's game brought to you in part by Passion to Care. They're dedicated to helping you care for the loved one in your family. Through Indiana State programs, we provide financial compensation. If you'd like more information, call 833-420-6640. We will head to the bottom half of inning number 6. It'll be Busboom, Erpenbeck, and Stenger. So far, Knobley fell down 3-0 after that strange hop that got Gordon in the first inning. But since then, they've pretty much held Rose-Hulman in check. But Fine Engineers have left 3 runners in scoring position since then. Busboom doubled back in the first inning. A run scored. He grounded out in the third. Knobley with a pitch on the way, and it gets away from the catcher all the way to the backstop. 1 ball, no strikes.
What a beautiful facility.
It is. Beautiful backdrop as well. Hit hard but foul. One and one now to Busboom. Swing and a miss.
Dropped the elbow.
Busboom, out of anybody's probably seen other than Summers, the most pitches by Knobley so far today.
Ooh,
that one just outside.
Just missed.
So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Knobley gets the sign, the pitch, and swing and a miss, and that was probably ball 3 right there to Busboom.
Yeah, but you just want to hit the ball. You want to be aggressive.
The right fielder, number 22, Josh Erpenbeck.
Erpenbeck will step to the plate. Doubled back in the first inning and flew out in the third. Knobley with that high leg kick and the pitch. He'll show bunt, pull back. And the count 1 ball, no strikes.
Went down to check the umpire to see if he went.
After today, Rose will be hosting DePaul coming up on Wednesday. That is a 6:30 start time. That one bouncing in the dirt, 2-0.
That's a fun game always. Nice little rivalry. I got a kick out of the DePaul's relay team on Friday. We interviewed them. Kevin interviewed them, and they were very proud of the fact that they won their event to beat their rivalry.
Yeah.
Or rival.
3 balls, no strikes. That one caught the outside corner, 3-1.
If you remember correctly, Troy, the men's basketball game we had was a packed house.
Mm-hmm. Here's your 3-1 pitch. Grounded to the right side. That'll get through for a base hit as Erpenbeck goes the opposite way. First hit they have had since Stanger picked up a base hit in the 4th inning, and Michael Stanger steps to the plate.
So, getting late, I mean, you're in the bottom of the 6th. Do you play small ball, or do you let him hit?
Well, he did single his last time up.
Okay.
I think I'd let him go ahead and swing away here with 1 away. hit foul.
That just told everybody what he was doing. How about that fence? Did you see that? That
No.
bounced off the dugout. Good catch by the coach on the hop.
Good reaction time, huh?
I'm telling you.
Yeah, I think at this stage, try to get that lead runner if you can. If you can get a base hit, move him on to third.
He's going to go. Nope.
Pitches
Stayed
outside.
Home. Well, I thought I picked up the skill tonight. Obviously, I missed it.
But it was a good effort, though, on your part.
I'm trying.
Yeah. 1 ball and 1 strike. Knobley checks the runner again at first. And the pitch is outside again, 2-1. Well, none of these teams are really big stolen base teams. They just don't do it very
I think
much.
Franklin runs as fast as the most, but
just a courtesy toss over to first base. Erpenbeck on the year coming into this series, not even an attempt of a stolen base. The pitch, and there he takes off. This one lifted high in the air, and that's going to go out of play to our left.
he had a pretty good jump there.
He did. He was looking for stolen base number 1.
Yep.
Ravens have brought a few of their fans here this afternoon.
Yes, sir. Not that bad of a drive. About a 2-hour drive.
Anderson gets a win here today, take 2 out of 3 in the series, and again move to 10-5 in the conference. The pitch on the way, breaking ball, got him looking, and Stenger watched a pretty good pitch. He has struck out twice looking.
Froze him like a rope.
Here's Summers. Summers 0 for 2, including a strikeout.
Now you're down 2 outs here.
5 Ks now by the left-hander Knobley.
He kind of settled down after the first inning.
Well, think about it. He should have been out of the inning.
Yeah, it's true.
Either way,
the tough play at third base.
Yeah, that ground ball. Like you said, if he even gets the runner at third, you're done.
Yep.
And you haven't given up anything since. Erpenbeck once again at first base. We saw him take off a little bit ago. Let's see if he'll try again. There's a strike now to Summers.
Umpire's been very consistent on the inside out of the plate.
Well, Knobley once again would just love to get out of this half inning, let the bats go to work one more time. That's going to hit just foul. One time Summers way out in front on the swing. The stretch once again and the throw over. Good thing we're not in Major League Baseball. He'd have to give a walk right there, a ball, I mean.
The time. I do believe during the tournament they do have the timer.
Yeah. Yep. How about that adjustment, though? High fly ball into right field. Dorsch is there, and it will squeeze it for out number 3, and Rose-Hulman will leave a man on here in the bottom of inning number 6. We head to the 7th, tied at 3.
A good engineer, a good mathematician, a good scientist can identify problems.
But in order to be a great scientist or engineer, you've got to have curiosity and you've got to have creativity, and that's what's going to set you apart.
You can't teach curiosity. You just need to encourage your student to be curious. Curious in anything that they do. curious so that it brings out the innovations, the new ideas.
Today's game brought to you in part by Family Source Insurance, your independent agent representing Ohio Mutual Insurance. For more information, give them a call at 317-894-7000. We head to the 7th. It'll be Tabor, Dorsch, and Gordon all due up.
Look at all the fans and Dogs fans as well.
Tabor on the day has flown out twice to right field.
And right now is the longest he has gone in his career.
Really?
Yeah. That's not the trivia question.
Okay.
It's coming, though.
When's that trivia question
coming?
coming?
I'm loading it up right now.
Okay, very good. Thought you'd had that pre-prepared.
Well, I had it, and then I lost it.
Because it's on your phone.
Well, and I had to grab my popcorn.
Yeah. So, by the ways, Strawmeyer throwing his longest so far, and his first pitch is outside. He's gone 6 innings.
He looks pretty good.
Yeah. He's not given up a base hit since Gordon got a single in the 5th. This one's popped up. Catcher giving it a look, and that will fall out of play just to our right.
I'm ready whenever you are, Troy.
All right, go ahead.
Who is the oldest player in the National and American League history with 4 or more hits in a game?
Oldest and 4 or more hits in a game. Well,
Yes,
let me think about that for a second. Here's the 1-1 pitch, a little bit low.
Still playing or just ever?
He's no longer playing. Nick is not on the mic, but he is not playing. Nick can play, and Daniel can play as well.
Okay, here's your 2-1 pitch, high and outside, 3-1.
Stick has already chosen Mike Piazza, and that's incorrect. So Stick is out.
Mike Piazza.
Yeah.
Piazza was a decent hitter, but I don't think he did that many.
Yeah, he was a catcher. Catchers don't hit.
Yeah, not at all. That's a walk to Tabor, and that'll bring up Dorsch. What era are we talking about? Can you at least give us that?
I would say
Right fielder, number 12, John Dorsch.
late 80s.
Late 80s. Dorsch, by the way, singled in the 3rd and struck out in the 4th and takes a big cut and misses there.
During the dog days of summer, I can give you that.
So that had been in August.
Yes.
Next pitch, he'll show a bunt. Coming off the mound, a good bunt that time. Throw to first, and it hits the base runner and gets away. Tabor on to 3rd, and everybody is safe. That was a great bunt that time by John Dorsch. And that'll bring up now Connor Gordon.
I'll give you the exact date. August the 11th.
And what year was that again?
86.
What was I doing? As we're going to have a meeting at the mound. What was I doing August 11th of 1986? That's a pretty tough one.
Here's the crazy thing. You know who my favorite baseball player is, and it could be my favorite baseball player.
Carl Yastrzemski.
No.
Okay. Who is your favorite baseball player?
Let me give you this one.
Yeah.
Who wore number 14 in the Cincinnati Red
Pete
uniform?
Rose.
Okay, so there's your clue.
It's Pete Rose?
It is Pete Rose. For the 3rd time in a row, I have given you Pete Rose questions, and you've...
I got the first one when you said 14.
You struggled with that one, though. You was counting on your fingers and
Yeah,
doing your
right.
math. So what do you think the conference was? Work the batter and let's see.
I'm sure strategy a little bit here on certainly making sure, as you see, the infield is going to play in a little bit here, at least on the left side.
Yeah, you got to go home here, don't you?
Oh, yeah. If he takes off, I got to get him. But you still have an opportunity to get a double play ground ball here, but you're going to give up the run.
Do you squeeze here?
No. I'm hitting away. No, and you got to hit it a little better than that, but he's going to at least get the run in, and he's out at first base, but Tabor scores. He does his job, advancing the runner down to second base as well, and Anderson leads it 4-3.
Difference between grass and turf there? Turf, I think he could make the play at home. He would come back to you a little bit faster.
Yeah, could be. Here's Charlie Jones. Pitch in there for a strike.
But if you're Anderson, you have battled back pretty well here.
Yeah, you were down 3-zip.
Yes, sir.
4 runs unanswered now.
What did he tell us this morning? His kids never give up.
Yeah. Chopper foul. Jones today has walked a couple of times. He has scored 2 runs. But now finds himself down at no balls and 2 strikes. Still just 1 away with now Dorsch in scoring position. Strawmeyer gets the sign and the pitch and a fastball up high. If this is uncharted territory, though, for Strawmeyer, think about it. Now you're probably thinking, okay.
Well, I think that also he's probably thinking, you know, wow, I'm in the 7th and I'm still on the mound.
That one in the dirt, and that'll be a wild pitch. We'll send Dorsch on to third.
And his coach Adams thinking we can get him to get to 7. We have our bullpen. We can get our closers.
You know, we talk about that too, and you mentioned a little bit ago. You get to that tournament, you're really managing that pitching staff. You're earning your money.
Yep.
Infield is in with 1 away. Pitch, hit foul. And you got to somehow, if you're one of those teams playing early, get those guys some rest. And
well, you do not want to get in that loser's bracket.
No,
you
not
have
at all.
to win.
Not at all. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch on the way. Popped him up into center field. Will be deep enough.
Tough play.
Runner at third will tag. He's heading toward the plate. Here comes the throw, and a perfect throw by the center fielder, Summers, and nails the runner, tagging at third. And that'll end the 7th inning, but Anderson picks up a run. We head to the bottom of inning number 7. Ravens lead at 4-3.
If there is one thing wrong in your aircraft, you're gonna fail. Finding the right answer and trying again, that's really what dragged me to aerospace. This is a 3D printed airplane which I made over my freshman year at Rose-Hulman that can be radio controlled and flown. I saw other people making amazing stuff on 3D printers, and I thought if I combine that art of 3D printing with engineering, I could make something as complex as an airplane. So I got the idea as a sophomore in high school, and I just tried. I did it. I failed a couple times, but it all changed when I came to Rose-Hulman. I got in touch with Dr. Riley, who is an aerospace and ME professor, who really asked me great questions about the concepts of my design. So pursuing such project as a freshman, it just lets me feel amazing that I have still 3 years to do something much more complex than this, and it will lead me much further.
Well, that was a heck of a throw by Summers in center field to nail the runner, tagging at third. Coach, you see the end of it right there. All the catcher had to do is catch it
and tag. You know, it looked like my arm when I was in high school from outfield. It didn't bounce 3 or 4 times, but
yeah, you were just from center field all the way to the catcher, right? You didn't bounce it one time.
Oh, no, I bounced it more than once.
Oh, okay, all right.
That's why I got to sit on the bench a lot.
Here is Mason Rasmussen to lead things off, followed by Klein and Rogers. Anderson, again with 4 unanswered runs, now leads this one. This will be popped up to the right side. The first baseman back on it in foul territory, and Smitherman squeezes that one, and there's 1 away. That'll bring up now leadoff hitter, Cade Klein. Klein is 1 for 3 today.
Landon is on fire.
Yes, he is. That's a strike. You should have a little fire as a PA guy. Get the crowd going. Baseball's a little different than basketball. That pitch is high and inside.
If you are planning on going to the baseball championships, you might want to check the website That would be the HCAC website. Thank you. I'm sure the draw will not be done until our last game of the regular season. We'll be here for that. But what a great venue. Unbelievable venue.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Chopper to the second baseman will charge, and Jones on to first, and 2 quick outs here in the 7th. And that'll bring up Peter Rogers. Well, listen, think about it. You have a great field, great press box, the food's next door, the bathroom's next door. I mean, what else can you can almost live there.
Well,
Rogers 0 for 3.
That week we will be
we will be there quite a bit. That's hit well into left field. This could be trouble, and that's going to get over the head of Tabor all the way to the warning track. And Rogers in with a stand-up double. And there's your tying run, and that'll bring up now Coulter, Couillard, Rodak.
Take a look at the HCAC softball standing. You have Franklin at 10-0, Transylvania at 7-1, Manchester at 6-2, Rose-Hulman 7-3. Really playing really well. Mount St. Joseph at 5-5, Defiance at 5-5, Earlham at 5-7, Hanover at 3-7, Bluffton at 0-9, and Anderson at 0-8.
Coulter today walked in the first inning, singled in the third, and flew out in the 5th inning. And the first pitch in there for a strike.
And we will be here for the Rose-Hulman Transylvania game. I think that's a doubleheader that we will have.
For softball?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll be over there, right?
Yes, sir.
The stretch once again by Knoble. He'll check the runner at second base. And the pitch is in there for strike 2.
You like what you see? Please let them know. At Rose-Hulman, you like what you see.
I think it showed the dogs some more. Can we get dog lover support?
No.
You care about the animals, too, see? You got to touch all areas here. That's going to be hit to right field. That's a base hit. Should score the tying run. Rogers rounding third, and we are knotted at 4 apiece. RBI base hit by Coulter, Couillard, Rodak. That was an 0-2 pitch.
He drove that ball.
Yes, he did. Stayed right with it. His second base hit. Here's Connor O'Connell. 1 for 3 today. You know, here in the 7th inning, I want to try to get that guy to second base as quick as I can. I think runs are going to be at a premium the rest of the way. Is that pitch in there for a strike? Of course, which team's going to go to the bullpen first? Huh?
Interesting to me is Anderson is not even really holding him on base.
Yeah, Smitherman just kind of standing next to him, isn't he? That pitch low. That tells me he is not willing to throw over there right now.
And is there any speed out at first base?
Well, he is coming into the series 9 for 9 in the stolen base department. And there's a strike. Well, that is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Don't see that very often. Maybe Smitherman one time will try to catch him off guard and sneak up behind him. He's probably talking to him as well. Ground ball. Smitherman knocks it down.
Pick it.
Yep, he got it.
I tell you what, they picked him. They played him just right because that's exactly where he was. That's nice.
So they get a run, couple of base hits. We will head to inning number 8. We're tied at 4. Well, for the first time today, Coach, we're going to go to the bullpen, and Rose-Hulman will bring in a right-hander, Alec Lewandowski, out of Sterling, Virginia. He's a junior, 6 foot, 205 pounds, and so far this year, this is his 9th appearance. He has made this year 5 starts, 23 innings, 39 hits, 23 runs, 18 earned, 15 walks, and 15 strikeouts. 1-2 on the year with an ERA of 7.04.
That kind of throws you a little bit.
Yep, and the walk to strikeout ratio is even, and you won't really care for that too much either.
Yeah, but you're in the 3rd game of the series, so your bullpen might be limited of what you have available.
Well, let's see what they've done so far. And when you look at their bullpen, has only thrown so far 3 1/3 innings in this series.
In this series?
Yep.
You got plenty.
So they got plenty. First pitch in there for a strike, as it'll be Dorton, Reed, and Downham.
Both pitching staff strong today.
Yeah, they've really been well. Pitches outside, that'll even it up at 1-1. 7 innings of work today for the starter this afternoon in Strawmeyer. Here's the pitch on the way, and that's
right
hit
here.
Foul.
I like the netting on top of where these bleachers are because it's not going to hit us at all.
You
I
like
that
that,
a
huh?
lot, yes.
Keith ducks whenever there's a foul.
Lewandowski's next pitch, and
That
did it
hit
get
him.
him on the arm? It did. So that'll send Dorton down to first base, and now we'll have a little discussion right there. I think somebody was trying to say that it hit the bat. It didn't hit the bat, but you can tell it hit that arm, the elbow guard he had, which is
He's
part of the
wearing
hitter.
it.
Yeah. First hit batter we've seen today, I do believe. Actually, was that number 2? Justin Reed's going to step to the plate. So Anderson has the go-ahead runner at first base here in the 8th inning. Reed today is 0 for 2 with a sacrifice fly to his credit. So Rose-Hulman in their bullpen now, hoping to at least keep things even here. And there's another pitch inside. Back-to-back hit batters. Now you don't see that very often.
Now the umpire gave it to the catcher. The catcher threw the ball out of play.
It's bad baseball.
Yeah. Has eyes. Sorry, Blue. Not going to use it.
Once you get...
Trust me, when it hit me, it was gone for the game.
Even as the umpire?
Done.
Here's Jed Downham now with 2 runners on. No outs here in the top of the 8th inning. Lewandowski in a little bit of trouble now out of the bullpen for the Fighting Engineers. Long look down at second base as Dorton got a pretty good lead. The shortstop, Rogers, trying to bait him back to the base. Righty against lefty. And the pitch on the way is a fastball a little bit high, 1-0.
That was close.
It was. Well, your starter now, Strawmeyer, unable to be the pitcher of record in this one here today, though he did pitch well in 7 innings. Pitch is low, 2-0. On the other side, as long as...
he won't get a decision, correct?
No. But Knoble still can.
Yes.
Since he is still the pitcher of record here in the 8th inning. Pitch on the way, big cut and a miss. Downham struck out looking back in the first inning. Since then, he hasn't wasted a whole lot of time. He's taken that first pitch or so and grounded out both times. He'll bunt. Good bunt. Third base side. Lewandowski comes up with it. Can't make the play. Everybody's safe. Bases are loaded. And that caught everybody off guard. It'll be a bunt single by Downham, and that'll bring up now Tyler Smitherman, who's 1 for 3 today.
First baseman number 33, Tyler
Well,
Smitherman.
now you have to play in. we got a timeout.
They may go back to the bullpen as Lewandowski may be done here in the 8th. I think they've already signaled to the bullpen, and they will. Rose-Hulman wasting no time right here in this huge contest. We'll come back, see who your new pitcher is. We're tied at 4.
So my goal is to get involved in space industry and learn about what lies beyond the Earth's horizon. I came across Rose Rocketry. I saw, hey, they're doing some really cool stuff. They're building rockets. I really grew a lot being as part of the team. Last year, through Rose Rocketry, I was able to attend SED's Space Vision 2022, which was a student conference for people who want to get involved in space. And I was able to go to Washington, D.C. and talk to so many people within the space industry who come together and say, this is what the next goals for space are. Being at Rose, I was able to hone my engineering skills to push myself to get involved in the field further and learn about all these different opportunities. And I don't think I would have really gotten that at a bigger university.
Life. We have a new pitcher now for Rose-Hulman. They will go to Jonathan Oliger out of Dalton City, Illinois, 5'11", 190. Oliger on the year making his 8th appearance. 10 innings, 10 hits, 4 runs, all earned, 8 strikeouts, 4 walks. 1-0 on the year with an ERA of 3.60, and he's going to have to find a way to put out the fire right here with the bases loaded, no outs here in the 8th inning. Coach, this is tough right here, and you're really going to have this young man step up.
Yes, sir.
Lewandowski is responsible for all 3 of those base runners. He potentially, if it were to turn out that way, that Rose-Hulman loses this game today, he is now the pitcher of record. Yeah, Smitherman, 1 for 3, a single back in the 4th inning. The pitch by Oliger, and it's inside, and that one almost got Smitherman.
I think you need more than one run here, though.
Well, you would hope so if you're Anderson that you can get, as that's going to be fouled away with the bases loaded, no outs. Boy, if you can get a base hit right here, you're going to get 2 for sure. The stretch again by Oliger. And the pitch on the way, and he missed it low. Boy, and the one thing you don't want to do is fall behind in the count.
And you don't want to walk this guy.
Smitherman only came in as a .254 hitter and hits this one back up the middle, base hit. 2 runs will score, and Anderson now leads this one 6-4. How about Smitherman coming up with a big base hit right there?
You talk about inches here, though. Pitcher almost. I mean, he was close to make a play here.
Yeah. Griffin Wolf is set to hit.
Now the meeting of the minds here.
Yeah, the 2 Anderson coaches coming together to talk. Are they going to get a pinch runner at first base?
You're going to put speed on the play.
Oh, they're going to go to second base. So coming in will be Walker Stull. He is out of Andrean High School, and we know what a powerhouse they are in high school baseball. And Downham will come out. So Stull pinch running here in the 8th.
That's a big hit.
By the way, still no outs, as Griffin Wolf will step to the plate 0 for 3 today. You love having a left-handed hitter right here.
Right now, you're looking for a double play ball here.
So Oliger with the pitch in the dirt. They were anticipating a potential bunt attempt here. You saw the shortstop. Rogers going over.
Shortstop was holding and then broke to third base.
By the way, Wolf is grounded out 3 times here this afternoon. Stoll down at second base. Smitherman with that big base hit at first. And this one's going to be hit into center field, and that's going to go over the head of Summers. He misplayed it. Stoll will score. Smitherman rounding third. He's heading to the plate. Here comes the throw. Head first slide. It's in. It gets away from the catcher. 2 more runs across, and Anderson has scored 4 runs in the inning. They lead at 8-4.
And the dugout is going nuts.
Boy, Smitherman, he was on his horse.
That ball got out there quick.
So Wolf driving in a couple of runs. Here's Tabor, and we'll see another pinch runner out at second base. Take another look at the slide at home.
The pinch hitter in the game for the Ravens, number 39, Luke Renard.
See where he went opposite side. I mean, he went on this side of the press box to slide to avoid the 1, collision, and 2, the tag that would be right at the plate.
So now Tabor will step to the plate. Big inning here for the Ravens. Breaking pitch in there for a strike. Pinch runner is Luke Renard out of Wrightstown, Wisconsin. He is down at second base.
He's a little bit far away from home.
Yes, he is. Bunted attempt, but bunted foul. And we'll go to 0-2 now to Tabor.
So would you sacrifice there to put him back at third base with 1 out?
I would.
Okay.
Yeah, I would here. I'd sacrifice that out. You got another runner 90 feet away.
I don't think 8-4 is comfortable, though.
No, not in the HCAC.
Oh, no.
Breaking pitch inside. You know, that's why they always will tell you, listen, we can get to the bullpen. We have a chance to win.
Mm-hmm.
So again, Renard with a good lead down at second base. The stretch by Oliger in the pitch. High chopper, could be trouble. Third baseman cuts off the shortstop throw to first. O'Connell makes the play, and they get the out there for 1 away.
Now, what you didn't see in the frame, good play by the third baseman. The shortstop then went back to third base to cover. That's great fundamental baseball.
John Dorsch will step to the plate. Dorsch been on base a couple of times today, including a base hit back in the 3rd inning. Another left-handed hitter, chance to perhaps pull this one to the right side. And he will. Gets it through for the base hit. Rounding third, heading to the plate, scoring easily will be Renard. And 5 runs in the inning, and it's now a 9-4 ball game. Dorsch will pick up a run driven in there. His 2nd hit of the day.
The third baseman, number 6, Connor Gordon.
Here's Gordon. Well, for Rose-Hulman, they were leading this game 3-0 at one point. This one's going to be popped up into shallow center.
Going to be
Coming
tough.
over the right fielder is going to make the call there and make the catch.
Great communication there.
So Erpenbeck makes out number 2, and we'll go around in the order as Jones will step up. This is the 9th hitter to bat in this inning.
Second baseman, number 23, Charlie Jones.
Jones walked a couple of times today. He scored 2 of the runs here this afternoon. And the pitch on the way is hit down the left field line, and this is going to be caught by the left fielder Klein for the final out. But 9 hitters go to the plate, 5 runs across for the Ravens. We head to the bottom half of the 8th inning. Ravens lead it 9-4. Wow.
Anxious over algebra? Call Ask Rose, the free science and math homework helpline. It's free world-class tutoring. Just call, chat, email, or screen share. Learn more at AskRose.org. Confused by chemistry? Call Ask Rose, the free science and math homework helpline. It's free world-class tutoring. Just call, chat, email, or screen share. Learn more at AskRose.org.
Back once again here at Rose-Hulman. Knoble done for the day, so the Ravens will go to their bullpen, and we will see number 11, C.J. Williams, out of Pendleton Heights High School.
Well, that kid knows how to play baseball.
Yeah, they're pretty good over there.
Yep. Indiana is not bad for baseball.
Very good. I don't know if you saw the list we had in the sports page one day of all of the players going D1.
Yes. You had more than 35.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you had probably 55 to 60 players going D1.
Speaking of the sports page.
Yes.
You can look at it every day. You can follow it on IndianaSRN.org. There's a little tab there that says sports page. Troy wakes up every morning at 5:30 to update that for us.
And as long as the electricity stays on, I'm going to...
Enough said.
Yeah. Electricity goes off, the internet goes off, but nonetheless, yes, sports page every day, NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs, college baseball, you name it, we have it.
And if you're from Indiana, the Pacers open up their playoff series tonight.
Tonight, yeah.
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. C.J. Williams making his 8th appearance, 7 innings, 7 hits, giving up 5 runs, 5 earned, 4 strikeouts, 5 walks. He is 1-0 with an ERA 6.43.
That would be 7 o'clock Eastern
yes,
time.
Eastern. So the first pitch by Williams on the way, and it falls in for a strike. Busboom today is 1 for 3 with a double back in the first inning. High leg kick by Williams. Popped this one up into center field. Boy, that's a high sky right there. That thing's way up there. Dorton able to bring it in for out number 1.
That's higher than a bird.
Now batting the right fielder, number 22.
Here's Josh Erpenbeck. You know, that was probably pretty easy back in our day when you think about it. But if you went out there right now, try to catch a fly ball, you look like Otis Campbell staggering around, wouldn't you? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Ground ball, hot shot, snagged there by the third baseman. Throw to first. What a play by Gordon down at third.
What a difference between this inning and the first inning that he got the ball hit to him at third base, huh?
He's probably thinking, I'm going to take a step in. I'm not going to let that take a bounce on me this time.
I'm not going to let it go on the grid.
Here is Stenger. Stenger has a base hit. He has struck out twice looking today. And C.J. Williams able to easily get the first 2 hitters. I love the leg kick. It's like Jim Palmer. That pitch a little bit outside. Now the young guys will say, well, who's Jim Palmer?
Well, that's exactly what Miller was saying to him.
Yeah. Pitch is outside, 2-0.
He was a really good baseball player that played for the Baltimore Orioles.
You know, Brooks Robinson in that group. You remember Brooks, don't you? Mm-hmm. Here's the 2-0. 3 balls, no strikes. The best baseball player ever, and I'll tell you who it is in a minute.
Okay.
Here's a strike, 3-1. Bombo Rivera, who used to play for the Denver Bears and the Minnesota Twins. That's fouled off. I'm sorry? Different Bears. Bombo Rivera gave me a foul ball one time. He threw it to me and I dropped it. He threw it back to me again, so nice guy. Breaking pitch, ball 4, so Stenger a 2-out walk. And that'll bring up now Jackson Summers. Summers 0 for 3 today. The Rose-Hulman crowd a little bit quieted down, and so we will have the pinch hitter here as Mark Cerniak will step to the plate out of Sagamore Hills, Ohio. He'll pinch hit for Summers in the number 8 hole. Cerniak 6'2", 205, just a sophomore. by Williams in the outside corner for a strike. Supposed to be big for Anderson. They would win their 20th game of the year. And again, more importantly, they've moved to 10-5 in the conference, and that would, right at this stage, put them in third. There's a chopper foul, and Cerniak quickly behind at 0-2.
Because the last time we checked, Troy, Franklin was getting beat by Earlham.
But still, Franklin has a 2-game lead over Manchester, 3 over Earlham, so they're going to stay at number 6. Rose would fall to number 4. There's a swing and a miss. And Cerniak will strike out. That will end the 8th inning. We head to the top of the 9th. Anderson leads it 9-4.
No errors and 1 runner left on base. Due up for the Ravens, Norton, Reed, and Bear.
So I started working on Babcock Ranch 16 years ago. We designed a sustainable community that is also storm resilient, and also it has a ton of flood control associated with it. It has 75 megawatt solar facilities on site, which will cover the entire 18,000 acre community. In September of 2022, we had Hurricane Ian. We had 150 mile an hour sustained winds for about 10 hours and 21 inches of rain. Babcock really had little to no damage at all. We were the only place in a 2-county area that had any electric or any available drinking water that did not need to be boiled. And Rose really prepares you to go out, think outside the box, and problem solve. And I think for any major at Rose-Hulman, that's what you're getting. You have the ability to go out and create something new and innovate and change the way that we live as humans today.
New pitcher now for Rose-Hulman as they will head to the bullpen for the 3rd time. Skylar Wilcox is out of Centennial, Colorado. 6'3", 205. He is a senior. Wilcox on the season making his 13th appearance. 18 2/3 innings, 27 hits, 15 runs, 11 earned, 11 strikeouts, 7 walks. 2-0 on the year with an ERA 5.30. He'll be facing Dorton, Reed, and Downham here in the 9th inning. Got to hold the Ravens to nothing, and then your bats are really going to have to go to work in the bottom of the 9th.
Right you are.
Oh, you there?
I am. Somehow I didn't hit my right button.
Dorton today, a couple of base hits, was hit by pitch, started that big 5-run 8th inning. A little sidearm action here from Wilcox, and the pitch is outside for a ball.
My producer said hit the blue button, and you know I'm colorblind. So
Ground ball to the shortstop, backhanded by Rogers. Throw to first, and there's one away.
He's played really well. He took a shot in the head, has bounced back really well.
Yeah, he's been hit. In fact, several balls been hit to him today, and the one that took that funny hop, Justin Reed will step up. We've seen a couple of those here today, one against Anderson and one against Rose-Hulman. That's going to be hit hard but foul. Reed so far today has flown out twice, did have a sacrifice back in the 3rd, grounded out in the 5th, and was hit by pitch in that big 5-run 8th inning and did score one of those 5 runs. Wilcox set to throw. The breaking pitch stays outside.
I do believe we come back on Senior Day in a couple weeks.
For the baseball?
Mm-hmm.
Hit foul. I do know that the hotel that I've requested that we stay in is a luxury hotel, which I'm pretty sure.
I'm sure that is on your expense account.
This one is hit well into center field, but an easy play for Summers, 2 away. Well, my producer just already laid it out. 5-star steak every night. So here is Downham. So it's on the record now.
So are we on that 3-game series, or you're here? We have a girls' game early that Saturday, and then come back for the boys, the men's, right? I think we have a boy-girl doubleheader that weekend.
Yes. There's a strike to Downham. Softball on Saturday
and baseball on Sunday.
Yep. The 0-1 pitch. inside, 1 ball, 1 strike.
We better get used to going on the road because we're going to be on the road for more like 4 or 5 days during the tournament.
Yep. Breaking ball stays low, 2-1.
We welcome Sean Crawl back into the booth for the HCAC baseball tournament.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. Caught the outside corner.
In fact, the crew was named the other day. You're on that crew. I'm on that crew. Jim Barber. Ben Wood makes his debut.
Good. That'll be chopped foul by...
That hit the mask of the umpire, so he'll take a stroll.
By the way, this is actually Isaac Bear, who is out of Lapel, who is pinch hitting here for Downham. Pitch is way outside, 3-2.
Both these coaches do a great job recruiting good baseball players.
Yes, they do. Wilcox with the pitch. Popped him up on the right side. Could be trouble. The second baseman going out. The right fielder coming in. Second baseman, Kuyard Rodak. Great job with his concentration. Makes the catch. And that'll do it for Anderson here in the 9th. We head to the bottom half. Inning number 9. Ravens lead it 9-4.
Rose-Hulman, Rasmussen, Klein, and Rogers.
Active athlete looking for enhanced performance, comfort, and recovery? Then Skins is the perfect choice for you. Our revolutionary sports compression product provides better oxygen flow in your muscles, helps reduce fatigue and pain from intense physical activity, allowing athletes to push their boundaries and perform better.
Skins helps keep everything, including you, on track.
So don't wait any longer. Get your Skins now and experience unbeatable performance.
Take your game to the next level with Skins.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you could be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
You sure you want to make that move? It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself and something bigger.
It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
Look at that shot. Sticks has got a great shot there, huh?
It's beautiful.
Yeah. You notice the people try to feed Sticks popcorn, they shoot him away. Is he on a diet again?
Yes.
Oh.
You can look at it. You can tell he's lost some weight.
Yep.
But he is. The thing is about that camera shot right there, he is
never,
so steady.
I know, never moves it. No. That's what Butler students do.
Yes.
You know, he's a graduate of Butler.
Yes, he is.
He's a bulldog.
Leading things off will be Colton Brown out of Bedford North Lawrence High School here in the bottom of the 9th inning. He'll bunt it, and it'll be bunted foul. Wait, umpire's going to wait.
Well, because did you not see the spin on the ball?
I did.
Spin could come right back. If it hits the plate, it's a fair ball.
So Brown here in the 9th. C.J. Williams can't be eligible for a save or anything like that, but he'd love to get these quality innings here at the end of the game as that pitch is low.
It builds that confidence going in that tournament. The momentum with 5 games left after today.
6
games. You got to get that momentum going.
Popped him up right side. Smitherman in foul territory, battling the high sky and the sun, makes the catch, and there's one away.
Do you not agree with that?
I totally agree with it. I want to know that I got somebody that I can have confidence in.
I can point to.
Yeah.
Now, it does help that you have a 9-4 lead.
It does. Because you can pitch with a lot more confidence when you're up by 5. Because you can make a mistake here.
Or two.
Yes. Kate Klein will step to the plate for the 5th time today. Hits this one well and deep into right field and all the way to the warning track. And making the catch is Dorsch. And that was given a ride by Klein, but Dorsch stuck with it. 2 away.
That was on the track.
Wow. Well, he kept going back, too, didn't he?
Yes, sir.
The shortstop, number 7.
Here's Peter Rogers as Rose-Hulman down to their final out.
First baseman just looked at him, took off his hat, gave him a little tip.
Well, it's easy enough to go back there and then you start thinking about that fence and you take your eye off the baseball.
Well, the fence has a habit of talk to you.
Yeah, I'm going to hurt you if you hit me really hard.
You hit me right here on the pole, Al.
That pitch in there for a strike by Williams. The count even at 1-1. By the way, Rogers 1 for 4 today, a double and a run scored.
Look at this catch. That's amazing.
That pitch in there for strike 2, and so now Rose-Hulman down to their final out. And final strike here this afternoon, lined into left field. That'll be a base hit, so Rogers says we're not done yet. His second base hit. By the way, this game officially started at 11:58.
It is now 2:14.
That is a quick game.
For the HCAC, yes, I will tell you yes.
Couillard Rodak will step to the plate. He has 2 hits, a walk, a run scored.
Again, thank you to everyone who's made this possible today.
Pitch is outside for a ball.
Always love to come and visit. Good people.
Good hot dogs.
Miller gives you a thumbs up. Nick gives you a thumbs up.
Williams into the stretch. They won't even hold the runner on, and the pitch is low for ball 2.
I'm sure the soccer team appreciates the donation.
Sure.
I know you didn't get your wallet out.
No. Not with you around.
No, gotcha. Thanks.
Here's the 2-0 pitch in there for strike 1.
Yes, Jerry, it will be on my expense account.
Did you get a receipt?
I got it on my hand.
Yeah, bet you do. 2-1 to Couillard Rodak, trying to keep this one alive. Pitch is outside for ball 3. Now you're at the stage here where you're telling Williams, hey,
just throw strikes.
Throw strikes.
Yeah, just throw strikes. Don't be funny.
You'll need to dance around the hitters. Couillard Rodak looking for his second walk, and he's going to get it.
I'm telling you, Troy, you don't want to do this.
Nope, you don't. Here's Connor O'Connell. You end up making it all of a sudden 9-5, then it's 9-6, and then you start sweating a little bit. And then you get upset when it's 9-7. Throwing your hat in your scorebook when it's 9-8. Get ejected at 9-9.
And then sitting on the bus losing 10-9.
Then you make the team walk home. 1 for 4 is O'Connell today. Swing and a miss.
I had a baseball coach that made us walk about 4 blocks after a loss.
I'd make you guys walk too.
Did he drive the bus next to you?
Yes, he drove the bus next to us. Yes, sir.
Probably made you run.
Well,
no,
we had practice after we got back.
Good. Popped up foul, and that'll go out of play. So once again, the Fighting Engineers down to their final strike.
Harry Preston, the best coach I've ever been coached by.
Really?
Great man.
0-2 now to O'Connell. Picked up his only base hit back in the 3rd inning. Trying to load up the bases at least here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Williams with the pitch. Swung on, hit foul, and O'Connell stays alive.
What I like is they're not giving up, huh?
Yeah.
They're swinging, they're hacking.
And that's one thing. Listen, if you're going to strike out, at least strike out swinging, right? Don't let a pitch go by that's too close to watch. So now Williams trying to finish it off right here. Popped him up foul, and that too will go out of play. So he's not missing by much, and now there's Williams. Anderson again, at least for the moment, until you get the results of the other games today, trying to take over sole possession of 3rd place and take 2 out of 3 here at Rose-Hulman. Williams again into the stretch, checks the runner at second, and the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he strikes out. They'll throw down, and he strikeout throw out, ending the ball game here today. But the Ravens get the win, their 20th win of the year. Knoble will get the win here this afternoon. And the losing pitcher here today will be Lewandowski. Great ball game when you consider it was 3-0 early. Ravens come back, take a 4-3 lead, tied at 4, but a big inning there by the Ravens in the 8th, and they win it here this afternoon.
Yeah, great ball game again. Thanks to everyone that made this possible today. Nick and Daniel and the crew. And I cannot wait till we do it again.
All right. We, of course, check the schedule. We'll be back here for a doubleheader in 2 weeks. And, of course, plenty of high school sports coming up over the next several days as well. So a lot happening.
Yeah. Check out our website at IndianaSRN.org.
All right. That'll do it. 9-4 your final. Thanks to everyone for being with us here this afternoon. This has been Rose-Hulman Baseball on RHIT.TV.